Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Podcasts, the show where learning English feels like a cozy conversation with friends. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. Hello, Emma, and hello to everyone joining us from around the world. Whether you're studying English in your room, at a cafe, or even while you're walking to work, we're really happy you're here.
Yes, and today's episode is one that I'm genuinely excited about because we're going to talk about something that can completely change the way you learn English: studying together with others.
That's right. Effective group study. Best practices for English speaking practice. It's a long title, but trust me, it's worth every word.
Yes, it's not just about sitting together and doing homework. Group study can be fun, emotional, full of connection, and when done right, it helps you speak English naturally and confidently.
You know, Emma, I remember when I was learning French. I tried to study alone at first. Flashcards, YouTube videos, the usual. But then I joined a small group of learners who met twice a week, and everything changed.
Really? What happened?
Suddenly, learning became alive. We laughed at our pronunciation mistakes, helped each other with grammar, and told little stories, half in French, half in English. You know, I realized that learning isn't just about memorizing, it's about connecting.
That's so true. I think a lot of learners underestimate how much a supportive group can accelerate progress. When you speak with others, you stop worrying about being perfect. You start communicating.
Exactly. So today, let's explore how to make group study not only effective, but enjoyable. Something you look forward to every single time.
I love that. And we'll share practical tips too: how to form a good group, how to balance speaking and listening, and even how to handle those shy moments when you don't feel confident enough to speak.
Oh, we've all had those.
Yes, we have. Okay, so let's dive in.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Imagine you're a learner who wants to improve English speaking. You've been studying alone for months, maybe using apps or watching videos. You understand grammar, but when you try to speak, your mind freezes.
Yes, you know what you want to say, but your tongue just doesn't cooperate.
Exactly. Now imagine you join a small study group, 3 or 4 people. You meet every week, maybe in a cafe or online. You start small, short introductions, small talk, but little by little, your confidence grows.
And you start realizing something magical. Speaking English becomes less about fear and more about fun.
So, the first big secret to effective group study is connection before correction.
I love that. Connection before correction.
Yes, before you start correcting each other's mistakes, build trust. When people feel comfortable, they speak more freely.
Absolutely. When learners feel safe, when they know they won't be laughed at, that's when real speaking practice begins. You can create that atmosphere by smiling, listening actively, and being kind.
And also by laughing together. A little humor breaks the tension.
Like when someone says, "I am boring," instead of "I am bored." We all make that mistake at some point.
I remember one learner saying, "I'm pregnant," when she meant "I'm full." The whole group laughed, kindly, and she never forgot the correct phrase again.
Oh, that's such a good example. Learning through laughter. It sticks.
So, that's the emotional side. Let's talk about structure. What makes a good group?
A good group usually has between 3 and 6 people. That's small enough for everyone to get speaking time, but big enough to keep the energy alive.
Right, too many people and you end up just listening. Too few and you might lose momentum.
Another important part is variety. Mix different strengths. Maybe one person has great grammar, another has a wide vocabulary, and another is really confident at speaking. You can learn from each other's strengths.
That's what makes it powerful. Peer learning. Everyone teaches, everyone learns.
And here's something I love. Assign little roles.
Roles? Like what?
Like one person can be the conversation starter for the day. They bring a topic. Another can be the grammar guardian, helping to note mistakes kindly. Another might be the timekeeper, making sure everyone gets a turn.
That's smart. It makes everyone responsible and engaged. No one's just sitting there waiting.
Exactly. And you know what else makes a difference? Having clear goals.
Yes, goals give direction.
Maybe one week your goal is to practice asking and answering questions. Another week it could be describing pictures. Another time, role playing real situations, like ordering food or making small talk.
I remember one group I taught that did English in real life sessions. They went to a coffee shop and practiced ordering in English with each other. It was so funny. One of them got nervous and accidentally asked, "Can I eat your coffee?"
Oh no, that's adorable. But see, those are the best kinds of memories. You laugh, you learn, and you never forget.
Exactly. So the emotional energy in a group really matters. It's not about being perfect, it's about participation.
Yes, and consistency. Meeting regularly keeps the habit alive. Even once a week can make a big difference.
Speaking of consistency, I think that's the hardest part for most learners. Life gets busy, people miss sessions, the group loses rhythm.
True. So here's a tip. Keep your meetings short and realistic. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Enough to stay focused, but not too long to get tired.
And always start on time. That shows respect for everyone's effort.
I completely agree. And let's not forget, variety is key.
Yes, repetition kills motivation.
Mix your activities, discussions, mini debates, storytelling, pronunciation games, vocabulary challenges.
One of my favorites is English hot seat. You pick a topic, like travel, food, or dream jobs. One person sits in the hot seat, and everyone else asks them questions. They have to answer in English, fast, natural, without overthinking.
That sounds intense, but fun.
Oh, it is. And it helps you think in English.
Thinking in English. That's the big goal. And group study helps because you're constantly exposed to others speaking. You start to absorb phrases and rhythms naturally.
Like chunk learning, you don't memorize single words, you pick up whole phrases like, "That's a good point," or "I totally agree."
Yes, exactly. And you hear how people react emotionally too. Really? No way. Oh, wow. Those little expressions that make English sound alive, and you learn them much easier when you hear them used in real conversation, not just from a textbook.
So let's talk about one more important thing: feedback.
Ah, yes, the delicate topic. Feedback can be tricky. You don't want to discourage someone by correcting every mistake, but you also want to help them grow.
That's why I like the sandwich method: compliment, correction, compliment.
Yes, like, I really liked your story. Just a small note. We say, I have been there instead of I was there before. But seriously, your pronunciation was great.
It keeps the mood positive. No one likes to feel judged.
Exactly. You correct with kindness. That builds trust, and trust builds fluency.
Here's another idea: use recording.
You mean record the group speaking?
Yes, it might feel awkward at first, but when you listen later, you can hear how your English sounds. You notice your progress and your pronunciation.
That's powerful. Sometimes we don't realize how much we've improved until we listen to ourselves from months ago.
Yes, it's like hearing your younger English self.
That's a sweet way to put it. So now let's talk about the emotional side again. Group study isn't only about practice, it's about connection, belonging, and friendship.
Yes.
When you study together, you share your struggles and victories. You celebrate small wins, like when someone says their first full sentence without hesitation.
I've seen people become lifelong friends through English groups. They start as learners and end up traveling together.
That's beautiful. Language really connects people across borders and hearts.
I remember one shy student, Maria. She barely spoke during the first 3 meetings, but the group never pressured her. They always smiled, encouraged her gently. One day she suddenly told a full story about her dog, and everyone clapped.
Aw, that's lovely. That's what safe spaces do. They give confidence room to grow.
Exactly.
So, to everyone listening, if you're shy or nervous about speaking in groups, please remember it's okay. Nobody starts fluent. Everyone begins somewhere.
And mistakes are proof that you're learning.
Yes, every mistake is a step toward fluency. So, smile, breathe, and try again.
Emma, I think this is what makes group study so powerful. It's not just about English. It's about people.
Yes, people helping people. Voices learning together.
That should be our podcast slogan.
Maybe it should.
All right, let's give our listeners some practical group study activities they can start this week.
Perfect idea. Number 1, topic circles. Each member chooses one everyday topic, food, hobbies, travel, family, and talks about it for 2 minutes. Others listen and then ask one follow-up question.
Great for speaking and listening both. Number 2, role play sessions. Pretend you're in a restaurant, at the airport, or meeting someone for the first time. Act it out.
And make it fun. Add emotion, body language, even silly voices if you want.
Yes, English isn't only grammar, it's personality too.
Number 3, story chains. One person starts a story. Yesterday, I met a strange man. Then the next person continues the story in English. It becomes creative, funny, and it helps with past tense practice.
I've played that game. It always ends in chaos, but the best kind.
Yes, the kind where everyone laughs and forgets they're studying. That's the magic moment.
Magic moments, that's the goal. When learning doesn't feel like work.
Exactly. And finally, number 4, pronunciation games. For example, tongue twisters like, she sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, I still need practice.
You're not alone.
So those are 4 easy, fun ways to make group study effective.
And here's one last bonus. Always end your session with reflection.
Reflection?
Yes, just take 2 minutes to ask, what did we learn today? What was difficult? What made us laugh?
That's powerful. It helps you see progress and keeps motivation alive.
And it reminds you that every session, no matter how small, is one step closer to fluency.
Beautifully said.
So, to all our listeners, if you've been studying alone, maybe it's time to find your English tribe. It could be your friends, classmates, or even online learners from another country.
Yes, start small. 3 people, 1 topic, 1 hour. That's all it takes.
And soon you'll see your speaking flow naturally, like we're doing now.
Exactly. You'll stop translating in your head and start thinking in English.
And one day, you'll look back and realize that those little group sessions changed your life.
Because English gave you more than words. It gave you confidence, connection, and joy.
Yes, and that's what learning should feel like.
Well, Emma, this was another beautiful conversation.
It really was, Leo. Talking about effective group study reminded me why I love teaching. It's about people coming together, helping each other grow.
And laughing along the way.
Always.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends, maybe even your future study group.
Yes, invite them to listen and start your own English group.
And don't forget to subscribe to English with Podcasts for more inspiring conversations.
Until next time, keep smiling, keep learning, and keep speaking English together.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye for now.